Since I made my DPS video, I figured I'd make updates for other categories. Today I'm making a list of my top 5 support units in Dissidia Opera Omnia Global as of July 2023. Let me clear out a few things. This list will not be ranked. Also, the term support unit has broadened a lot over the course of the game. Even in this list alone, some units work best in certain bosses and other support units will work best in other bosses. It's a case-by-case scenario when you look deeper into it, but for me, this video isn't going to be that deep. I'm just listing out my personal top 5s in no particular order and explaining why I think they're top 5. Alright, starting off with the first one, I am naming Rem. Rem is a very interesting support unit. She does the bare bones stuff that a support unit does, of course. She has great brave auras, she has great battery, she has good healing, but she brings a bunch of other things to the table that you normally don't see in a support unit. For example, the fact that her BT, whenever Rem moves, fills everyone's EX gauge to max. That's kind of good. To me, that makes her really good also at damage enabling. She has the option to swap turns. That's a very, very high turn rate move, mind you, so you can absolutely spam it if you want. The fact that with her BT effect active, you can't die. A really cool effect from Rem's BT effect is after every HP attack that any party member does, Rem's BT will increase their brave by 50% of their max brave. It's kind of a more secret effect that if you don't do the proper research of her, you might not catch it. However, I do think as a support unit, being able to increase someone's brave by 50% of the max after every single HP attack makes all of your HP dumps that much more meaty. And even for very, very intense brave reduction fights where you're dealing one brave at a time, you're still doing good damage. The only downside that she really has is the fact that her BT lasts 6 turns. I don't know why they made it last 6 turns. There are just as much broken BT effects that last way longer than that. Rem, in my opinion, is a very fantastic support unit, and woo, she is broken. Next support unit I want to talk about is Ursula. What makes Ursula really, really good as a support unit, in my opinion, is her being a stupidly good battery. Her having a brave floor also really helps in powering up your HP dumps. But the reason why she's on my personal top 5 in the game, because of one aspect of her BT effect. Keep in mind, her BT effect lasts 10 turns, and even though Ursula moves quite a lot, 10 turns is still fantastic. A special mechanic of her BT makes it so whenever anyone attacks with an HP attack, Ursula sets their brave immediately to 100% of their max brave after every HP dump. When it comes to damage, immediately, brave reductions don't matter, elemental lockouts don't matter. The only thing that can lower your HP attacks, any broken shields that the enemy has, HP thresholds, or direct HP reductions. Other than that, you're hitting for max. You ain't got nothing to worry about with brave anymore. And this lasts for 10 turns! Moving on to the next character, I want to talk about Aerith. Aerith, you guys know how much I love Aerith. I raved about her a lot in my Should You Pull video, and rightfully so. My girl is dummy broken. Let me explain why. Her FR charge options also serve as major burst healing options. Aerith is a fantastic healer, but she doesn't only heal through those. She heals through her follow-up attack, she heals through her EX. She's great at burst healing, but she's also fantastic at secondary healing. If that's not enough, with her BT, you get a gold frame buff from it, which makes pretty much all brave damage and HP damage 0. Well, brave damage is going to be 1, but HP damage is more often than not going to be 0. And that buff will be on Aerith alone. So if you have some fast attackers on your team, you can have them move 30 turns. And as long as Aerith's buff is on the board, your team will not receive damage. 9.9 times out of 10. And what's also amazing with Aerith's BT effect, she already has great auras outside of the BT. Let me just get that out of the way right now. But with her BT active, if it doesn't expire, which it only expires if your party's HP lowers by a lot. If that doesn't happen, you're getting Aerith's already good auras outside of her BT. But you're also getting the amazing auras that her BT does bring. You're getting a double dosage of her BT. You're getting a booster shot. That alone makes Aerith a really good support unit in the aura category for very long-winded fights. All you gotta worry about is defense. If you got that squared away, then Aerith will have an infinite BT effect. How long ago did she come? Like 5 months ago, and it's still crazy what she can do. Godly, I don't know what they were thinking when they designed her. The next unit I want to talk about is my girl Kina. Okay, my girl Kina as a support unit is a cheat code, except you don't need to purchase an action replay to play her. She's already in the game. Now, why do I consider Kina a cheat code? Why is she even on this list? She looks weird. First off, shame on you for thinking she looks weird. She looks drippy, okay? Get that straight. The reason why she's on this list is because one part of her BT effect in which when it's active, anyone, no matter how high high or low their brave is, no matter what the enemy is doing, no matter what kind of field effects are active, if anyone attacks at all, they are guaranteed to deal max HP damage. Every single time. There is no overriding this. It's a reason why Kina's BT is so short with only 5 turns. It quite literally cheats the game. One thing I also want to mention with Kina is the fact that her traps trigger a lot and battery the party every time they go off. With Kina's BT, you're dealing max damage, but also with her traps, you're getting consistent brave battery. Golly. I will be honest, there isn't a whole lot that she does, but what she does do, she does quite possibly the best in the game. To be a good unit, you could be proficient in a lot of things, but as Kina has shown, you can just be so good at one thing. It pretty much compensates what you lack as a unit. All right, the last character that I want to mention in my top 5 support units is Iris. Now, a lot of what I raved about with previous support units, Iris incorporates a lot of that and condenses it into one usable unit. One thing I really raved about Rem and Aerith is the fact that you rarely ever die. With Iris, her BT sets all enemies max brave and attack at 0, and 9.9 times they're going to be dealing no damage. So Iris got that squared away. One thing that I really raved about Ursula and Kina is that the fact that they really help with making sure you deal as much damage as possible regardless of what kind of effects the enemy has. Iris does that in a similar degree because she sets all enemies' defense to 0. There's no more defense with Iris on the board. She also helps in that regard. Let's also top in the fact that she is great at brave battery. She also heals. She also turn manipulates. Not as good as Rem's, but she does have the ability to turn manipulate. And she can force charge. She's an all-in-one package. Holy crap, can you bring her to a plethora of fights and watch her break the game. My girl... Being able to do all this, her BT still lasts 8 turns. Why is Rem 6 turns? I'm gonna stop complaining about that. Regardless though, all 5 support units that I've listed, immensely broken. Anyone who has these units, me personally, I have all 5 of them, know how good they are. Yeah, you have so many good support unit options in this game. It's crazy. So that's my video. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!